Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting. We just updated it. That's why I know how many videos is on there.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. Nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there, man. So if you're interested, definitely check that out, guys. The link for that will be in the description.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
What's shit, guys? How you living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers, of course, man.
Man, the time has come, man. We're getting back to Deep Purple. We did, what did we do? We did Child.
Can you remember? Oh, I was gonna go into my Perfect Strangers.
The Perfect Strangers. That was hot.
I like that.
Yeah, that
one.
That was hot, man.
And then we've heard, and I've heard. Well, I don't know if Ryan's heard. I've heard "Smoke on the Water." I think you've heard. I think we were playing that.
I don't know. I don't
Smoke on the water. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like you've heard that.
Dun, 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 dun sounds familiar.
I'm sure you've heard that. So we've heard "Smoke on the Water." Never reacted to it. We did "Perfect Strangers." We done "Child in Time."
Yeah, man.
"Perfect Strangers" was It was released in the '80s, so we got a taste of the '80s.
Yep.
Deep Purple, and then of course "Child in Time" was a '70s release.
Yep.
That was released actually in 1970.
Right? Yep.
So also Deep Purple and Rock, I believe, was the album that was on. And this one that we're doing today is Highway Star because it won the poll.
Yeah, man.
Salute to everybody that participated in the poll. We got a good response, over 4,000 votes, 4,300 votes.
Yeah, man. So we really appreciate that, man.
And we're right back in that bag. So now George and Ryan could just take our hands off, man, and some of that smoke, y'all can direct the smoke to each other with song choices, because this is what won the poll.
Yeah, and it helps us organize stuff.
Oh, yeah, that too. It helps our consistency.
But before we get into Highway Star, guys, again, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when we're releasing new videos. That is very important.
So it was a pretty nice battle, man, between Deep Purple, Highway Star, and it looks like, of course, Black Sabbath comes in second place.
We don't even need a poll for that.
I know.
We really don't.
I mean, keeping it real.
But that was in there, so it was recommended so many times that we just had to put it on.
Yeah, and then Black Sabbath, Wheels of Confusion, AC/DC, Aerosmith's in the mix here. The Who. Okay, we might need to get back to the Who, though. Because I think we've done like maybe one reaction from the Who, right? Bob O'Reilly, who get fooled again. So yeah, we just really appreciate you guys kind of getting involved with this, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited to kind of to see kind of what you guys want from us. Because we had a little bit of success with just picking the songs ourselves, but at a certain point we felt the tension building. We're like, okay, we're fucking up right now. So happy to get back to the polls. I know not everyone's a fan of polls, but we got to choose. It is what it is. The way life works. Sometimes you gotta.
Exactly, man. And it just helps us with organization and getting to something.
At the very least.
And we put a lot of songs on here, guys, purposely, so that way we can kind of go back to it and say, okay, well, if we want to get back to 1970s, we can go back to the poll. Even though it didn't win the poll, we can still pick songs from that. So I appreciate you guys for participating.
Yeah. If you're a nominee, that means that there's a lot of people that want to hear your shit.
Exactly.
And this is a good way for us to get back to the nominees, like Ryan was saying. Perfect. So, okay, man, let's get into Highway Star, man. The funny thing is I was looking back on Deep Purple just to kind of get a refresher, looking at some information in the wiki, and it said, and I think we may have read this, honestly, that they were the unholy trinity of hard rock. It was them, Led Zeppelin, and Black Sabbath. So again, this is a very, very popular band that sold over 100 million records, man. So this band is cemented as extremely influential and a pioneer band. And for some reason, some people still think that they get overlooked, maybe overshadowed by Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath. But yeah, I mean, which is crazy to even say, considering how many records they sold and the impact that they made. But
especially just being in the conversation with all those guys.
Yeah,
so, I mean, dude, they're great.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited to get back to them because, quite frankly, I've at least liked everything we've done. "Child in Time" is a very good song. You know what I'm saying? And that was the '70s, and that was in 1970. This is off the 1972 album Machine Head. Now, I wonder if the band Machine, isn't there a band named Machine Head?
Yeah.
I wonder if they got their name from the this album title. I'm not sure. So we got the song off of the 1970 album. Now we're doing 1972. And then we did, I don't know when in the 80s, but we did a 1980 song from Deep Purple. So let's get into it, man. Let's see. Deep Purple, Highway Star. This is so rock and roll.
Nobody gonna take my car.
This is so rock and roll. I feel like you can rock out to this, but coincidentally do what's that dance, man? They used to do back in the like the doo-wop years and shit. I feel like you can do what is that dance? Like,
I don't know, man.
it's not like it's like the little you can just take your girl. I don't know, man.
I know what you're talking
I'm gonna
about.
look it up, but
I know what you're talking about.
you can just, I feel like you can dance and rock out to this song.
Yeah.
It just sounds like straight up rock and roll, man.
like the 50s and 60s
Uh-huh,
and shit,
50s
and when they
and
used to
60s.
do that little dance. Yeah, I don't know what that's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
It seemed like a happy time.
what is it? It's a chubby checker. Do
Yeah.
the twist.
Yeah.
You can what is it? Do the twist.
Yeah, twist, I think is what it's called.
Twist, yeah. Like, but you can do that to this, but still rock out and headbang a little bit. So, yeah, man, it sounds like a solid
And
early rock song to me.
Yeah, and the tempo of which the song is being played, it sounds like a highway song. I don't know if you heard me say that when the song was starting. The speed in which it's playing, it puts me in like an aggressive driving mode, if that makes sense. So I would see it seems like that would be on a video game or something, you know,
sure.
a race car game, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That sounds like that.
Pole position.
I agree with you. It does sound like kind of an iconic rock song that you can just rock out to. But I don't know if, it seems pretty straightforward from the first verse of what they're talking about. Nobody's going to take my car. I'm going to race it to the ground. Nobody's going to beat my car. Nobody's going to break. It's going to break the speed of sound. I'm killing the machine. Got everything. I'm driving power. Big fat tires on everything. Yeah, so it just seems like it's pretty much about racing a fast car.
Which means it's about the Vietnam War. Obviously, I'm joking, but I listened to this song and then I listened to a lot of songs that were made at that time. And many of them, not all, many of them were about the Vietnam War. How could it not be? Considering where we were socially. But it's like, we've done at that time what Creedence Clearwater did. We did Fortunate Son, Buffalo Springfield, who else? Rolling Stones, right? All these songs that were referencing the war. And then you have a song like this, and I would imagine that it was a nice getaway from that.
Yeah.
I would imagine that this was like, I could just rock out and not think about, the horror that's happening to our troops and our, the people that we love overseas. So I feel like this was like a good getaway, just a good take my mind off of it type of song maybe at that time. I could be wrong.
Just manly, prideful, cocky.
Take your mind off of like the horrors that's going on in society. I love it.
Yep. So. I think this could be maybe their life on the road, highway star, going from city to city, performing, things like that, no one's going to take my car and this and that, and just the lifestyle of living on the road. Nobody's going to take my girl and this and all this other stuff. She's got a moving mouth. You know what I'm saying? That sounds pretty interesting, I guess that could be helpful on the road.
I would imagine. For interviews and stuff, stuff like that.
Life on the road, highway star. We're highway stars because we got to go from town to town and all that kind of stuff.
His voice is so rock and roll, though. I want it.
I need it. I love her.
Yeah, and the energy, and the energy in this is undeniable. And I know they tore this shit up on stage. I know they were tearing this up in concert form.
That's true. Yeah, I can imagine.
And it says here this is like the fastest tempo on the album.
Oh, okay.
This is the song with the fastest tempo. So, not sure what the rest of the album sounds like, the Machine Head album, but I can tell that this was probably the one where they put this on and everyone just it was the one. It was the energy filled crowd getting involved type of song.
course. Yeah, that was good, man. You know what? I was trying to let that play out, and I'm glad I did because that guitar solo was incredible, and I liked it a lot. And I love the tone of the guitar. I like the way it sounded.
It sounded so. It was very. The tone was very, very different. Yeah.
It's one of the only times I've heard a solo on this channel, man, where it was fun. That not only was it good playing, but I felt like the way it sounded, and maybe the tone just has a lot to do with it. It just sounded very fun. It didn't sound like it was very, even though it may have been difficult, it didn't sound like it was a focus on the difficulty level of how they were playing. It was more so, let me just have fun with this solo. That's one. And number two, the first solo here, it seems like it says an organ here. I'm a prisoner of the moment right now, guys, but I don't remember a time where we've listened to a song and there's been two different solos with two different instruments. I've heard a solo, to my recollection, I've heard two different solos, but it's typically been the guitarist.
I want to say the Doors. Was it Riders on the Storm when they had the break? I know that keyboard solo, but I have to remember. But yeah, man, yeah, it's something to think about, though.
Yeah, you know. But I liked it though. I liked it, and the song when we paused it, I think at the first pause we were like, damn, it's like a 6-minute song. But I'm enjoying it because of the movement that's in it, and because they broke up the two different solos, and the solos happen to be two different instruments.
Sure.
It's an enjoyable listen, even if I don't think it's the most like technical that we've heard, but it still is technical. So I don't want to, I don't want you guys to misconstrue what I'm saying, but it's enjoyable. The listen is just very, very enjoyable because of the movement and how they incorporated those two different solos of two different instruments. I really like that. I thought that was really, really done well. So I'm enjoying this listen, man. They're asking, they're playing. Right? That organ player adds a lot of flair to the song. Yeah, that was just a fun song.
They killed that.
They did. I mean, bam. You gotta have that.
fire.
That was a fun listen, man.
They killed that.
They really did, man. Everyone did their thing. And just the level of endorphins that this is releasing in me, because you can see that I'm just smiling as I'm listening to the song. I just feel like everyone did their thing, but I think the organ really gave it that the organ and the solo in which the guitar was tuned, those tones really just lighten the song for me. Yeah. And it sounds like it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just fun, right?
You can just dance.
Yeah,
you can do the twist.
Time, right? Yeah, you know. So that was just a fun.
Your girlfriend around and shit.
Yeah, that was just a fun listen, man. So I feel like now that we've done 3 different songs, right, from Deep Purple, it seems like that they're pretty diverse.
I like Deep Purple, man.
You know what I'm
saying? From what I've heard, I just like them. This is one of those songs where I feel like it's just, of course they killed it. Like you listen to it, you listen to the organ solo, you listen to the guitar work and everything in here, the bass work, drums are good. The lead vocalist crushed it too. It's just rocked the fuck out. It just did absolutely nothing for me though. And I don't know what it is. Maybe there's no rhyme or reason, but I just listened to this and I just could not get into this song.
Yeah, I know. I heard
and maybe it's just because I've heard a lot of rock songs like this. Unfortunately, this may have been the first of its kind because they are part of the unholy trinity.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot of songs that just rocks out. When I heard this, I'm like, yeah, rocks out. You know what I mean? Kind of like when we were talking about with blues. There's certain notes and elements in blues that are like, yeah, it sounds like a good old blues song. It sounds like a good old fashioned rock song, man. Yeah. You know, and it's not anything wrong with it. I think everything in this song was done well, but I'm just never going to play it again in my life. So. It's one of those songs, guys. Just did nothing for me. Nothing that separated it from other great rock songs that I feel like I've gravitated to.
I can respect your opinion on that. Man. I get it.
It's cool. Just a very good rock song that I have no interest in listening to again.
Yeah, I hear you.
But salute to them. They clearly are legends for a reason because everything we've heard has been high quality.
Yes.
This song, Child in Time,
yep.
Perfect Strangers, which I really enjoyed. Just high quality shit, man. And done, and to your point, versatile. You know, if they want to go, because to me, Child in Time was more progressive. This is more straightforward hard rock, but still technically sound. And I think 80s was just more of a commercial appeal, but more of a banger though. That shit just bangs though. There's a lot of songs, man, that I can listen to that can give me that fun, rocked out vibe that I just enjoy a little bit more. I can AC/DC all day.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that AC/DC would feel what this song, you know what I'm saying, is feeling for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't grow up when you grow up in it and you loved all these bands and you saw all these bands rise to, you know, the levels that they rose to, it's room for everybody. But for me, you know what I'm saying, in 2021, that it's, you know, it's hard to get into that club, man, and stay in that club. You know what I'm saying? So but they're in that club, Perfect Strangers. Not this one, man, but great song though.
Yeah, man.
I can't refute it, and I know at the time this shit rocked the fuck out, and I'm sure still to a lot of people. So salute to them. So thanks again to everybody that voted on the poll, man. That was a good choice. I think that's a good start, man. I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy. Clearly they voted for it, but I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy seeing Deep Purple on the channel again, and I knew we had to get back to them. I mean, they're too important to just have a couple songs on.
I'm telling you.
I'm happy that they won. So we're gonna be continuing on with the polls. We got 80s, and then we got 2010s and 90s.
Yep.
So just be on the lookout for us getting those knocked out as well for you guys. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also check out our Patreon channel, guys. If you're interested, the link for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Las Vegas.
We out.